Love, as Niccolò Machiavelli would have it, is not a reason to be blind. In fact, it's the very feeling that makes you vulnerable to your own downfall. For the prince, for the powerful, for the wise, emotions must always be kept in check, especially when they conflict with reason, preservation, and control. Machiavelli warned us not to place trust in appearances, promises, or affection without first studying the intentions that lie beneath. If love is blind, Machiavelli is the hand pulling off the blindfold. This is not a lesson in hate. It's a lesson in strategic non-forgiveness, a lesson in boundaries, in protecting your throne, your peace, your life, your mind from those who do not deserve access. These are the 21 behaviors you must never forgive, even if you love the person. Because Machiavelli knew, if they do it once, and you forgive, they will believe they can do it again. 1. Betrayal of your trust. Trust is currency in the game of power. Once it's broken, it is rarely restored without consequence. If someone betrays you, and you forgive them too easily, they learn that loyalty has no price. Betrayal is an act of war, no matter how soft the apology sounds. 2. Public disrespect. Machiavelli valued appearances and reputation. If someone disrespects you in public, especially with witnesses, they are weakening your power structure. This is not just a personal attack. It's a tactical strike on your influence. Forgiveness here invites repeat offenses. 3. Repeated lying. One lie can be situational. 2 may be emotional. But consistent deception is strategic. It means they're managing your perception to gain advantage. Never forgive repeated lying. It signals that the person has calculated how much truth you don't deserve. For using your vulnerabilities against you, you confided in them. You exposed your fears, your scars. And they used that against you in a fight, in gossip, and strategy. Machiavelli would say this is the most dangerous of betrayals because it's rooted in proximity. It's a knife only someone close can twist. Never forgive it. 5. Emotional manipulation. When someone weaponizes your emotions to control your behavior, it's not love. It's warfare. Guilt trips, gaslighting, silent treatment. They're tactics. And if you forgive manipulation, you teach them that you are a puppet, not a person. 6. Jealous sabotage. They undermine your dreams. Laugh at your ambitions. Discourage your growth because your success makes them feel small. This is jealousy in disguise. Never forgive sabotage disguised as love. Machiavelli would say, remove threats to your kingdom, not sleep beside them. 7. Turning others against you. If they plant seeds of doubt about you in other people's minds, they're not confused, they're campaigning. This is political warfare. And no matter how close they are, even if you share a bed or blood, do not forgive the one who poisons your reputation. 8. Dismissing your boundaries. You said no. You set a line. They crossed it and called it love. Anyone who overrides your autonomy, who pretends boundaries are suggestions, is not a lover. They're a conqueror. And you should never forgive conquest disguised as intimacy. 9. Making you feel crazy. For feeling. Gaslighting is not just a psychological term. It's a power move. When they make you question your sanity, your perception, your emotions, they are reprogramming you for control. Do not forgive those who deny your reality. You'll lose your mind trying to please theirs. 10. Threatening to leave to control you. Every relationship has moments of tension. But when someone constantly dangles abandonment over your head, it's not passion, it's control. This tactic creates fear-based compliance. Forgiving this behavior reinforces your position as the prisoner. 11. Exploiting your resources, whether it's money, time, energy, or emotional labor. If someone takes more than they give and expects your loyalty, that's exploitation. And Machiavelli would say, the more you give a taker, the more they believe they are entitled to your throne. 12. Competitive behavior in relationship. Love is partnership, not competition. If they constantly try to one-up you, belittle your success, or secretly enjoy your failures, they are not a partner. They are an enemy wearing a mask. Never forgive the one who sees your wins as their losses. 13. Disloyalty in your absence. What people say when you're not in the room matters more than what they say to your face. If you discover they tolerate your disrespect or contribute to it, when you're gone, they are not loyal. Machiavelli would advise, remove the disloyal quickly, for they are the roots of your collapse. 14. Repeating patterns they promise to change. One of Machiavelli's core lessons was to judge people by their patterns, not their promises. If someone repeatedly returns to the same harmful behavior, despite apologies and tears, they are not sorry. They are unchanging. Never forgive repetition masked as redemption. 15. Humiliating you in private or public embarrassment is a tactic of power. If someone ridicules you, mocks you, or exposes your vulnerabilities for entertainment, they are asserting dominance. Forgiveness here is self-betrayal. You cannot share space with someone who seeks to shrink you. 16. Conditional affection. Do they only love you when you're useful? Are their compliments tools? Does their affection vanish when you assert yourself? Conditional love is a transaction, not devotion. Machiavelli would urge, sever ties with those who trade love like currency. 17. Breaking your silence with others. You shared a secret, a confession, something sacred, and they turn it into gossip. This is not just betrayal, it is theft. They stole your privacy, your voice, your trust. Never forgive the one who breaks your silence. 18. Laughing at your pain, mocking your trauma, minimizing your suffering, or turning your breakdown into a joke is cruelty. Even if it's masked as humor. Even if it's followed by, I was just kidding. Machiavelli would advise, you do not joke about war with your enemies, nor with your heart. 19. Deliberately isolating you. Anyone who tries to distance you from your family, friends, or support system is setting the stage for control. Isolation is the first step in domination. Never forgive someone who slowly erodes your freedom in the name of exclusivity. 20. Making you feel unworthy. Love should build you. If someone consistently makes you feel small, unlovable, or replaceable, they're shaping your identity around dependence. This is not love, it is programming. And Machiavelli knew, the weaker the subject feels, the easier they are to rule. 21. Forcing you to betray yourself. The final and most dangerous sin. When love demands that you silence your truth, abandon your values, or betray your essence. This is self-erasure. And anyone who loves you with conditions that ask you to amputate who you are is not love. Machiavelli's teachings are not about hate. They are about survival, clarity, strength, the preservation of your peace and power in a world where others often weaponize love to control, to weaken, to own. You do not forgive betrayal because you're cold. You withhold forgiveness because you see, you know, and you choose self-respect over submission. Forgive mistakes. Forgive misunderstandings. But never forgive strategies. And make no mistake, these 21 behaviors are not accidents. They're tactics. Whether conscious or unconscious, they're designed to shift power. And Machiavelli would say, power must be protected above all, even if you love them, especially if you love them. This is not cruelty. This is clarity. This is the Machiavelli Guide.